Good morning, everybody. It is Funnel Team. It is the uh, 11th of July. Almost said it's the 11th of Friday, which kind of would have worked, but either way. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are fired up and excited today. I know I am. I was already recording some content this morning. Man, I got to tell you right now, like, I'm going to, this, half the stuff I talk about, half the stuff we go over with you guys, like, isn't even planned. Um, but there's just so much that I want to let you guys know that like you never stop learning. You literally never stop learning. And this is going to go back to for a lot of you guys that have ever thought to yourself, or some of you guys have reached out to me or Kirsty or Bill or maybe your upline or whoever it is. And you guys have reached out to us and said, I've been doing this for X amount of time and I'm not getting any results. Usually that happens when you're doing the same thing every single day, rinse and repeat, and you're just you're just in a rut. You're just doing the same old thing. So what I've found for me is I like to be consistent, but I also like to be consistent and learn and practice and do new things at the same time. So there's consistency, but there's always also learning and growing. So I'll give you an example. Like this morning, I was literally thinking to myself, because my goal is one YouTube video a day. One video a day, 365. Like it never stops. Constantly putting out new content. For some that could get boring. For some that could get stalemate. For some that could be like, what? And this is where most people will say, man, what am I going to talk about every single day? Well, guess what? I've been doing a video a day for a year now because I used to do videos like 3 times a week or 5 times a week. And now I've been doing a video a day for a year. And guess what? I've never run out of things to talk about. There's always a video to create. And one of the things that I use often, and you guys should be using this if you're not, in my YouTube studio, and you guys have this too, is your inspiration tab. And I looked here and I just went in here and I hit refresh and it says very popular topic with your viewers. Some of they say some viewers are interested, niche topic. The ones that say like very popular, these are the ones that I'm like, hey, and it's like how to build a sustainable side hustle in 2025. And then obviously you can click into that and it can give you all these like really cool ideas. And by the way, when you guys use these tools, it literally breaks down. And by the way, you could apply this to short form videos. This doesn't just have to be YouTube videos. You could apply this stuff to Facebook posts. You could apply this anywhere, anywhere in your business. You could apply this to. Okay, so I came here and I was like, okay, cool. It gives you the hooks. It gives you the outline. It gives you the thumbnails to use, titles for the video. What? Like it literally gives you everything. So I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good topic. And it's something that, I mean, we've been talking about here for years. You know, why are more and more people looking away from their jobs and they're looking to the internet to create supplemental income? Because the traditional income model no longer works. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, rack up thousands of dollars in debt, try to get a good job and work for the next 40 years and, make a lot of money. Like that doesn't work, right? That's why most people turn to the internet and most people are, trying to build home-based businesses. Okay. So I literally took this one line, how to build a sustainable side hustle. Guess where I went? Any guesses where I went with this? What I started doing that you guys could do too? Put it in the comments right now. Guess what I did with this, or guess where I went um, from here? Where did I go? What did I do? Okay. Yeah. ChatGPT. ChatGPT. No surprise. No surprises there. I took that and I went over to ChatGPT. Now, why? Why did I go over to ChatGPT? What's the point? So check this out. I said, hey, I can just sit here. I could sit here on screen and I could just go talk about this stuff. I could just press record and I could just start talking about why it's important to have a side hustle. Or I could show them. I could show people and I could talk about it. So I went over here, ChatGPT, wait for it, wait for it. And then I put into ChatGPT, where am I? Let me go back here, get out of this. I took the title of it and I said, please give me a document I can use. Again, always talk to ChatGPT like it's a person. Okay. Please give me a document I can use that outlines how, and the only thing I added in says how to build. I put how and why to build a sustainable business, sustainable side hustle in 2025. This document, key line here, this document will be used for training that I'm hosting on YouTube. And then what's ChatGPT do? Hey, hold my beer. It's like, here you go. Boom. And then here's my document right here. Here's the introduction. So what did I do? I literally took this whole thing, copied it, why and how, and I wait for it, and I put it onto a document, and then I shared my screen, and I pressed record, and I just went through this whole thing, blah 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 blah. And now you guys are at the point here where, okay, and this is like I just finished recording the video before I went live with you guys. So now what I do is I just take the video I just recorded, okay, and I'm gonna grab the file, I'm gonna grab the doodad, and then boom, pop it in there, and I'm gonna start editing it. And all I did for that video is I shared my screen and I just read through and I talked about some of the stuff that's in here. Why? Okay. Why build a sustainable side hustle? How to build a sustainable side hustle. And along the way, I was my personal self and I told stories. I shared examples. I gave real life scenarios, let people know how long I've been doing this, why I've been doing this, especially when it came to, picking a business model. I talked about having a membership versus just selling a course, creating long-term passive residual income versus just getting one-time commissions, starting with your why, aka talking about personal development, which we talk about using the right platform, using things like, and here's, as I was going through this, and you guys, we've talked about this a lot before too, is when you teach, you what? Fill in the rest of that phrase. When you teach, you what? What do you also do when you teach? Put it in the comments. Don't be shy. When you teach, yeah, Beth H to the punch. When you teach, you learn. So this morning, as I was teaching and talking about this, I had a realization that I've known this realization for a long time, but it's something that I just kind of went, whoa, whoa, right? So leverage platforms where attention's already high. And one of the things I want you guys to think about here is, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it is, let me ask you give me an honest answer in the comments right now. When you are in your downtime, meaning you're not out there working the business, you're not following up with leads, you're not, whatever, when you're just doing your thing, you're sitting on the couch, you're sitting out back in your yard, you're whatever, you got some free time and you're on your phone, what platform are you on the most? Straight up for me, it's YouTube. Hands down, not even a question. I do not spend a lot of time on TikTok. I do not spend a lot of time on Insta or anything else. I spend the most amount of my time on YouTube consuming content. So for you, I'm asking you, what is the platform that you spend the most amount of time on? Put that in the comments right now. Let me know your thoughts on it. Now, here's where I'm going with this. When you think about, hey, if I'm going to go out there and I'm really going to go for it, I'm really going to go after this business, you should be putting the most amount of effort and energy into the platform that you spend the most amount of time on. Wherever you're consuming content, whether it be for education or for infotainment, wherever you are, that's where you should be focusing your business on. Now, I know yesterday we talked about LinkedIn. Okay. That's certainly something that I would not just let slip by, but think about So for me, as I'll give you my personal example, like for me, I am ramping up what I do on YouTube. I'm going live today. I've been going live, but I'm going live today at noon. I've been putting out more shorts, and my shorts are pointing back to my full length videos. I don't know if you guys realize that, but that's a super cool, awesome thing that you guys can do on YouTube is whatever shorts that you guys put out there, you can attach the full length video that the short can be related to, whether it's literally related or not. But for me, I use, something called Nexus Clips, and I take my short form videos and I clip them from a full length video. Okay. And then with my shorts over here in YouTube, right? In my shorts, when I go here, I'll even show you guys. If this is a clip from one of my econ videos, okay, you can see right down here it says related video. Okay, related video. I know where the heck is it? Uh, where is it? This one right here. This is the related video right here. So if people are watching the short, there's going to be a little button, a little link right there where they could go and they could watch the full length video. What does that do for my YouTube channel? Gets more engagement, gets more people watching the content. It increases my watch time. And it also, wait for it, increases your monetization if your YouTube channel is monetized. Okay. So, really cool things in there that you guys might want to think about. Okay. So, there you go. But so for me, I'm ramping up on YouTube, like I said, because that's where I spend the most amount of time. So, if you want, what I'll do is let me, just so you guys have it, I'm going to drop this document in the comments for you here on Zoom. So if you guys want to take this, go create a video about this, building a sustainable side hustle in 2025, you guys can go ahead and go do that. I'm going to put that in the comments right here. Okay. Side hustle doc. Boom. There you go. So if you guys want to use that to create a piece of content, you absolutely can. All right. But the whole point is, guys, is like when you're out there and you're just creating that content, it's just utilizing the tools and resources and things that we have here in our fingertips. And that is, for me, um, using the inspiration tab, like I said, and that it just spider webs from there. And then you use ChatGPT, you create the things, and you go do the things. Instead of being worried or concerned, be like, I don't know what to talk about. It's like you can find what to talk about if you just use the tools that are right in front of you. Okay. So hope that makes sense. So Bill, earlier we were talking about doing another contest. I'm going to pass the mic over to you because I'm going to take a second. I'm going to go grab a file if I can and get it into the vault so I can give you guys the compensation plan document so you guys can get out there and go make a video this weekend. Okay.
All righty. How are we doing
Bill, take
today?
it away.
Take it away. What's happening, guys? Um, how's everyone doing? Anyone have any questions or anything like that? Why Dan's going? You know what I mean? A little casual. I like to wing it. Wasn't really coming out really to we're gonna do a challenge, of course, but we're gonna
Mhm.
try to Dan, are we gonna do it on the I think we're gonna do it to go after other leaders, guys. That's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be the
Well,
theme.
yeah,
Other
but it's
leaders and other
it's going to be the compensation plan, but it's going to be targeted at other leaders, but mainly
yes.
talking about the compensation plan and why people, want to come over to having, 10x the income, for a fraction of the work.
And if anyone doesn't know about the contest that we do over occasionally, I see Shannon's on. She's not on video. She probably can't talk, but I did her blast. Like I said, I had to cue it, and it took some time. So she won I think a week ago, and I just did her email blast as part of her winning last week, and I'm sure she got a substantial amount of leads because I looked at the opens and the clicks, and they were pretty good. So I don't know, Shannon, if you want to mention that the contest is where if you can speak or type, um, how'd you make out? And that these contests, they do produce. I know Domingo won. He's had a couple sales, I believe. And then who else won? Trying to think, Dan. We had another person. Oh, we had two people last week that I still have to queue up. But you're also in Dan's rotator, so you're getting. So Dan does it different. So you won't get leads, you'll get sales. Dan doesn't take you out of the rotator until you get sales.
Yep.
I send you to your app link, so you get the leads and then hopefully sales as well. So that's how we roll with that. But
Yeah, I'm making a quick I had to clone one of our other documents here, so I'm making a quick adjustment to this
oh, look at
comp
that.
plan.
She can't keep up with the leads. I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
what a good problem to have there.
I love it. I made that a mar guys, I made that part of my marketing piece. Remember, whatever we offer as a team, you can offer. So you just have to word it different. So basically what I did was, and that's what happens, you fall into different ideas when you're a marketer. And I saw how exciting that was that now I have marketing going out saying, "Hey, if you join me, I'm going to do a weekly campaign, a weekly email blast that generates you upwards of X amount of leads and sales, blah, 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 just for joining us." Now you say, well, wait a second, Bill. I don't have the access. I don't have an email list. Well, my email list is yours because you get them in the front door. Now they come on here, they do the contest, and you're telling the truth. Now, all of a sudden, now they win and they have access to what I'm offering. So remember, whatever we offer, as a team, it's yours. The rotators, everything. So make sure you're putting bait out there because that's what it is. It's bait. It's not your job. Your job is to get them in, and what they do with this business is up to them. And then, obviously we assist. So get them in the front door. Like my good friend who passed away, a marketer, he used to say, get them in the church and let the preacher do the rest. Just get them in the pews. That's your job.
Yeah. True, true, true. All right, let me see. I think I got this in here. Where'd that
Hey Dan, did you do the emails this morning? Small crowd today.
go?
Did you?
Did I do an email that went out today?
Not sure. I didn't get no
No, I
push
did
either.
not. I did not send
You
a
s-
team
you see
team
that? You
email
got
out today.
Oh, you're slipping, kid.
Yeah, you know why? Because I was focused on my own stuff because I'm going live.
I
So
get
I
it.
was in there and I queued up emails for
I
um
got you. Just wondering. That's all.
queuing up
No
emails
biggie.
for my live at noon. So yeah,
No
I did
pressure.
not send out a team email. But usually, I mean, we got the push notifications that went out. So
Yeah. Well, AWeber's charging me every time I send an email out. It
yep,
sucks.
yep. Where did that go, man? What the heck? Compensation. Is that it? Is that the actual PowerPoint? Let me
Just
see
stay
here.
tuned, guys. Anyone have any questions? You know, were you doing
Okay,
well?
perfect. That
Were you
worked.
having challenges? Feel free.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. It worked. It's in there. It worked.
Excellent. Perfect.
So here's what we're gonna do. And I'll walk you guys through these really quick. We're gonna do another weekend contest. We're gonna go. Um, I don't know if we're gonna do this every single weekend, but
Yeah.
the goal here is. Let me talk about push notifications for a second, because Linda says I never got the push notifications. Linda, do you have an iPhone? So let me show you guys right here. You guys can see the glue push notifications right there from our app. Okay. So actually, I didn't want to do that.
Let me see.
But if you guys end up have an iPhone and you're not like if you were getting the push notifications and now you're not, you can see them right there. I got them this morning. So the pushes for this morning went out.
Oh, you mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah,
I
if you
got you,
if you
Dan.
have, I mentioned this on Wednesday when I did the
Yeah.
pre-recorded one.
Yep.
If you guys have an iPhone,
Yep.
um, you may need to sign up. You may need to log out of the app and log back in, and then just
Doing it
double
right
check
now.
your settings and make sure notifications are turned on. I had to do that myself because I was not getting, and this has nothing to do with our app. It has everything to do with Apple, and it's a certain settings that Apple has, for whatever
Oh, I
reason they
know.
did
Believe
it.
me.
But I logged out, logged back in, and then I was able to get the push notifications again. So I'm getting them now, which is good. $100 campaign in the vault. There is no $100 campaign in the vault, so I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Um, Modify what? I'm again not sure what you're referring to. Mark, you got to
Just did
go
it.
through the $100 thing you're probably talking about is the $100 funnel. I don't know if it's a $100 sales funnel, but that specifically is covered in if you go into
Where do I go to create the $100 campaign?
setting up your app and your links, and you follow that video where it's specifically the one that says setting up your domain and links. That's where I'll walk you through specifically how to set up whatever funnel you want, whether it's the $100 funnel, it's the webinar funnel, the global funnel, whatever it is. That video specifically is where we walk you through how to set those up, unless there's something else that you're referring to.
See what? So Shannon had to do the login too.
Yep.
So the funnest part is the reason why I like the app. I want your thing to go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's exciting, on the app.
Yeah.
And Shannon didn't get that, and I messaged her, and I guess she went and fixed it, and now she saw all the leads in there. So she didn't get the. It didn't sound like Atlantic City or Las Vegas, but it's still fun.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Okay. So yeah, yeah. If you guys have an iPhone and you were getting notifications and now you're not, like when we go live, every time we go live, there's always going to be a push notification. So if you are not getting that, log out of the app, log back in. That should work. It should work.
Yeah.
And then double check the notification settings on your phone. And by the way, there's two different places. There's two different places for you guys to check your notifications to make sure that you have your notifications turned on. And I'll walk you guys through it really quick. And it's going to be a little tough to see,
Let's do it. I'm
but
on. I'm ready.
just so you guys know. Um, so when you're in with an iPhone, you go into settings, right? You just go into settings right there. And then you scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says apps. Now, of course, this is going to depend on what iOS update you have. You have all this stuff updated. So you go down to apps, and then you're going to scroll through, and you're going to find the Glue app. And it literally says Glue. I don't think it says Business Glue. It says Glue. So I open up the Glue app. Okay. You open that up, and then right here, it's going to say notifications. You're going to go to that, and you want to make sure it says it has to be toggled on. Toggle
Yes.
on notifications. Because sometimes you guys will be like, hey, I got the app and I'm not getting any notifications. And then it's like, oh, you have your notifications turned off. Um, so that's one.
Hey Dan, before you
Two,
go somewhere, I got them all toggled on except one. I never saw this says announce notifications. Do you know what that is by any
no
chance?
idea. But I
No
bet
biggie.
ChatGPT knows.
Oh, shut
Um,
up.
like
He's,
how I did that.
he just reprimanded me, guys, right in front
Yeah.
of you.
Dan, how do I turn on my notifications?
It was a
How do I
simple
use my
question.
phone?
It was a simple question.
I can't
Relax.
figure
I'm
it
good.
out.
I'm
Anyway,
good.
so in our app, this is our team app now. So in our app, all the way on the lower right, it'll say account. You tap on account, and then right in the middle says notification settings. And again, they should all be toggled on. They should all be toggled on. So make sure those are on right there. Um, Now, if all those things are on and you're not getting notifications, log out of the app, log back in. You should be good to go, especially if you have an iPhone, if that's it. But that should do the trick. Okay, now let's talk about the weekend contest. Um, Anybody want free leads and sales? Comment free leads and sales if you guys want free leads and sales, because that's what we're
Mm,
doing for you guys. Very important question. Bill, remind me. After I show everybody what the contest is, we got to circle back to Teachable Tuesday.
yes.
Got to circle back to Teachable Tuesday. All right. Free leads and sales. All right, good. Let me share my screen. So I just dropped a new file into the vault. And you guys have access to the vault, whether it be in your app, whether it be on the desktop here. It says right here, the vault. You open up the vault, and then boom. Inside of the webinar slides folder, why is that dropping down? Inside of the webinar slides folder, As soon as you enter the vault, you see it right here. Webinar slides. Or if you're from Boston, say webinar slides.
Mm.
Um, so in here, you can open this up. It's pretty straightforward. I put this in here as a PowerPoint. Okay. You're going to use this, create a video over the weekend. You have today, you have tomorrow, you have Sunday. Heck, I'll even give you Monday morning before we go live. So yeah, from now until Monday morning at 10 a.m. when we go live. And it's just a basic compensation plan overview, like super basic, super basic. And I think there's only there's only a few slides. Okay. Only a few slides. Okay. And you don't even have to use all of them if you don't want to. Just use the ones you want. Here's the intro slide, real basic, real simple, right? My econ business overview, compensation plan. And by the way, use these words. These are keywords. These are keywords when you guys are recording this video. Say the keywords. That's going to help your video get recognized, right? Okay. Here's the different enrollment options. Should say four. It says three. Whatever. Get over it. I'm not going to go fix it at this point. But yeah, there's different enrollment options. You can go over that. Hey, cost you this, then it's X amount of dollars a month. Simple, right? Okay. When you enroll people, you get 15, 35, or $70 commissions. Pretty easy to understand, right? Nothing crazy there. You build a team. Your first level is called your first generation. Your second level is called your second generation. Your third is, you can guess where I'm going with that one. Pretty easy to understand, really basics. I mean, you really don't even need to include that slide if you don't want to. Um, Simplest and best compensation plan. I've done videos. I've literally done videos with just this one slide. Now you can include this in here, but I've done videos with just this one slide. Okay. So what I like to do here, and I'll give you guys the hint, what I like to do here is talk about the three different ways to learn. So if you guys are going to do this video this weekend, pay attention to what I'm going to go over right now because I'm going to give you guys the talking points. Okay. Lines 1 and lines 2, this is what you get paid on every single Friday. Line 1 and 2, you get paid on every single Friday. And I'm giving you guys an F, not for failing, for Friday. F for Friday. So that's a good F. So when you get a sale, you earn a $15, $35, or $70 direct commission. Cool. When your team starts to grow, the day that they get a $15, $35, or $70 commission, you can get between a $1 and a $10 commission based on what level that person joins at and based on what level you are at. So these two commissions get paid to you every single Friday. So the sales week goes from Saturday to Friday. When the sales period closes on Friday, so the sales period that closes today on the 11th, we get paid for this week's work next Friday on the 18th. Okay. Now, what's really cool is these commissions, as your team grows, you can earn override commissions. These are also known as overrides. These get paid down to infinity. So if you have 100 people join your team or 100,000 people join your team, you earn on every single person that joins your team, period. That's pretty awesome. That's really freaking awesome. Now, line number 3. This gets paid to you the first Friday of the month. First Friday of the month. So the paycheck that we got last week was our big one. So the first Friday of the month is your big paycheck because that's where all the overrides come in. And you get paid between $1 and $13. It's really $13.30, but we're using averages. You get paid between $1 and $13 on every single person on your team, paid down to infinity. So if you have 100 people on your team or you have 100,000 people on your team, when they renew every single month, you get that paycheck on the first Friday of the month. Pretty awesome. There are 3 ranks inside of my econ. Okay. You only need 2 personally sponsored people. Okay. For each rank. Okay. You need 2 people on your team to get to gold, 10 people on your team to get to platinum, 38 people on your team to get to infinity. Simple, easy to understand. Okay.
You know, that right there, Dan, we don't hit enough. If you look at that, rank up compared to some of the stuff that's out there right now, oh my God. People need like thousands. to
There's
get to the
other,
top rank?
there's another, there's two trending companies that are out there that, I mean, think about this. All you need to rank up to the top is two personally sponsored people. There are other trending companies out there right now that you need personally, you need 100 personal sales to hit the top ranks. 100 personal. Some of you guys, I'm just being real, some of you guys would never get there. But the
Most
beautiful
wouldn't. Most
be-
wouldn't, you know?
the beautiful part about our compensation plan is a lot of you guys can hit the top. And that's why we chose this compensation plan. That's why we chose this company, because it is user friendly. Like you anyone can make it to the top without being like a monster recruiter. Anybody. Okay? So keep that in
You
mind.
kind of just answered Mark's question. I mean, you can bring a monster in and two monsters, you're done. You're not really done, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Figure of speech, but I think that's you just answered Mark's question. He said, you know, he talked about you got to get 38
Yeah. Yeah.
personals. So
You don't need to personally sponsor 38. Not at all. You could sponsor literally three, and you could have three legs or three teams, whatever you want to call it, three downlines, right? And those three could go off and bring in thousands of people, and you're going to rank right to the top, right to the top. Okay. So products and services. To be honest with you, if you're just talking about the compensation plan, I wouldn't even include this slide. I would literally just not even include this slide. So if you want to, you can talk about this. It's totally up to you. If you want to, you can, or you could just leave it out. It's pretty basic. If you want to include it, it literally just covers at $40 a month, you get this. At the $60 a month level, you get these and that. If you want to talk about it, you can, or you can just skip it, right? This is where here, and let me give you guys another hint. When I'm on this slide right here, when I'm on the slide and I'm talking about these things, I say specifically, so make a note, I specifically say everything you need to know about the compensation plan is right here on this document. However, if you keep watching, I'm going to show you the graphics, I'm going to show you the slides so you can visually see this all for yourself. And I just kind of dangle that out there. Okay. So again, what you may want to do is you may want to use this entire document, make that one video, and go through all the slides. And again, if you want to skip the products and services slide, you can. And then maybe circle back and use just this one slide. Record a short little, like, people love when you do compensation plan videos or how-to videos or info videos, and they're like less than 5 minutes long. So what I've done multiple times is I've done compensation plan videos, and of course use all the keywords, my econ 2025 compensation plan. Another hint, write that down, take a note. And I'll call the video, or I'll use it in the thumbnail, or both, the headline of the video and the thumbnail, and I'll say the my econ compensation plan for 2025 in less than 5 minutes. So when people see that, it's like that will go right to the top of a search engine, because it's quick, it's to the point, and compensation plan is a very highly sought after video when people are learning about my econ or any online business. So again, you could take all these slides, make one video, and then just take this one slide and make a video on the compensation plan. But the challenge this weekend is to make a my econ 2025 compensation plan video. And like Bill said, we want to target leaders. You want to say, maybe in the video, add some lingo in there and say, hey, if you are a leader or if you are in another network marketing company, you should really look at this compensation plan because of how powerful it is. So when I'm here and I hint and I reference and I say, now let me show you the graphics, let me show you the breakdown so you could see it for yourself. Okay. Now let me give you some highlights. I'm going to show you two slides. Number one, this is what people get, and it's right here on the slide. This is what people get the day they join. So the day someone joins you, okay, you get a $35 or $70 commission, okay, $15 commission if they join at the $25 level. All right. And then when your team grows, you're going to get between, basically $1 and a $10 override, depending on what rank you're on. Are you gold? Are you platinum? Are you infinity? Are you an FSM? Or did they join as an FSM or did they join as an EBM? Okay. So this right here is what you get. Everything on this slide is what you get the day that someone joins, whether they join you or they join somebody else. Okay. And then this right here, again, this is what you get when they renew every single month. Okay. So when they renew, whether it be your personals, okay, whether it be your personals or everybody on your team, this is what you get. And it goes all the way down through infinity. See this last generation right here? This goes down through infinity. So on average, you can get between, you know, almost up to $1 and $13.30 on every single person on your team. And again, pays all the way down through infinity. This is where the real money is made. Like real money is made. We love the first of the month. The first of the month are the funnest paychecks, especially when you start building a big team.
It's the best.
Because whether you have 100 people on your team, 10 people on your team, or literally 100,000 people on your team, you get paid on every single person every single month. Again, more keywords, key phrases to use. Every single person every single month. There's no cutoffs. There's no caps. It's not like a matrix or a binary where you only get paid with some of it. You get
There's
paid
no
on everything.
products to buy, all
Yeah,
that
there's
kind
no
of
products to
garbage.
buy. There's no auto ship to get on. You don't have to order certain products every month. You know, minimum volumes, none of that stuff. There's no gotchas where, this person has to do this, this, and this in order for you to get that. There's none of that. Okay,
This
you
is
get paid
why
on
I like
everyone
this is
every
my
month.
favorite thing, Dan. Like this is why I always say we're building a Planet Fitness. You own your own membership. This in network marketing, not to have all those gotchas and products and volumes, all those weird words that we hate. This is all you're doing. And when you have 1,000 members, even if you didn't put them in, you're celebrating. Then when you go to two, you go to 5,000. Dan's goal, my goal is 10,000.
Yep.
10,000 team members, it's over $100,000 a month.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Basic math.
You
I actually did a video. I recorded a video yesterday. It came out on my channel today where I specifically talked about how to get to, and this is just a quick side note here, how to get to $10,000 a month in network marketing, 10K a month. And I'm going to give you guys the data right here. Basic data and facts. $10,000 a month with our compensation plan, and a good compensation plan is about 1,000 people. About 1,000 people, give or take. That'll get you to $10,000 a month. Basic math. How to get to $20,000 a month? 2,000 people, roughly. How to get to $30,000 a month? 3,000 people, roughly. Think about if you had 10,000 people on your team. 10,000 people. And by the way, 10,000 people in a network marketing team is not out of the question. Like that is, I mean, it's actually fairly common. One of the peers, one of the people that I communicate with and talk to on a very consistent basis, he's not on our team. He's in a different company, but he has 54,000 people on his team. 54,000. Now, unfortunately, his compensation plan is very different. So he's not making $500,000 a month. He's not
know.
making $100,000 a month. But that right there is the power of our compensation plan. Is about 1,000 people is about $10,000 a month. Okay, so the more people you get, quite simply, the more money you're going to make. Period. End of story. Very simple, easy to understand. Okay. So that's it, guys. Get out there, take these slides, and go make a video about it this weekend. Okay. Talk about the compensation plan. Talk about why more people are turning to my econ, why we have one of the highest payouts in the industry, highest percentage payouts in the industry. Put this video out there. Put it out there today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday morning, up until we go live on Monday, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go to the wheel of names. We will we'll put some people on Bill's email list and in my personal rotator, and we'll help you guys get leads and sales. Simple as that. Okay.
Let's
So
go.
that's that.
And the last piece, Dan, on what you were just finished up with, we have a membership that's under $60, no matter
Yeah.
what level you're at for per month,
Yep.
compared to what they're paying out for 1,000 members, like you said, 10,000. It's unheard of. I mean,
Yeah.
this is just math, and that's the message that we're trying to get out there. And we're doing a good job, but we just got to do better. It's
Yep.
all right. We just got to do better.
Yeah. Yeah. Do better and be more consistent. That's it. So Domingo, to answer your question, how do you get the little draw tool like that? I record. We're in Zoom right now, so I do the same exact thing when I'll give you I'll give you a perfect example. Like when I was recording my video this morning, I'm recording in Zoom. Okay, give you guys an example. I'm recording in Zoom, just literally just like we're doing right now. And while I'm recording, I'm talking to people. I'm talking to the camera and I'm talking about my video. I'm saying, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. And I'm in Zoom and I grab my little draw tool over here and I say, why? Why do you want to, build a sustainable business in 2025? And then I talk about it. And then I talk about this and then I talk about that. And I'm kind of drawing on the screen as I'm talking. And you could do that in Zoom. Okay. You could do that in Zoom. So that's the platform that I use for that. Any video that I record for YouTube, any is recorded in Zoom. And then just like I showed you guys, once that recording's done and the file is saved on my computer, I drop that into Veed. I give it some quick edits. I throw some captions on it. I throw the little subscribe doodad up there, and then I upload it to YouTube. That's it. Like pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay. So the other thing,
Oh, Teachable Tuesday.
yeah, the other thing I want to mention to you guys is like, just comment TT for Teachable Tuesday. Comment TT if you guys literally took action from Teachable Tuesday, because we gave you guys the videos to clone. I used Mark's video examples. I used Kirsty's video examples. I used one of my video examples. How many of you guys this week cloned high performing videos? Comment TT in there and let me know. Okay. So use
Nice
Marks.
job,
A lot of
Paul.
TTs coming in. Now the real question is, and this is where we'll get kind of fun. How many of you guys started getting engagement from those videos? And now, obviously, your engagement is going to depend on a lot of things. So, um, a lot of you guys might see engagement if you like Mark did. If the call to action was drop a comment, if you said go to a specific website, you might not get as much engagement. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't really know. Haven't put it out yet. Domingo says yes. And if you haven't, if you didn't get engagement from it, keep practicing, keep trying, do it again.
19.
And, energy, just like we talked about on Teachable Tuesday, you guys can go back and watch the replay if need be. But when you're recreating these videos, just like I demoed with you guys on Tuesday, have energy, have excitement, like maybe talk with your hands, whatever it is. But, if you're like, yeah, I will teach you for free 5 times a week. It's like snooze. But anyway, uh, most of them are higher engagement. One video is taking off on both TikTok and Facebook. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it.
Um, when she says taken off, who said taken off? What's taken off? What amount for a new video? What's that number? I'm just curious.
Yeah, for me, like when I say when a video goes north, meaning, and this is going to be different for everybody, but for me, when I look at my own account and I say, hey, I got a video that's taken off or a video that goes north, um, if my average, let's say for TikTok, if my average is 500 to 1,000 views per video, when I got a video that's going north, meaning it's getting multiple thousands of views, it could be getting 5,000 views or 10,000 views or maybe more.
And that happens
But
quick, right, Dan?
yeah, it does happen quick.
Okay.
But everybody's
Oh, wow. Look at
everybody's going
that.
to be a little different. Everyone's going to be a little different. So yeah, Shannon's saying hundreds of comments, and it's kind of funny. Like we end up chasing our problems, and here's let me give you guys a. I didn't think I was going to go this route, but I'm going to go this route. Um, if you guys haven't read this book, read this book. If you guys haven't listened to the audio of this book, it's free. You can listen to it on YouTube. Um, the Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Strongly, 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 strongly recommend this book. And here's why, because it tailors into exactly what we're talking about right now. The author is Mark Manson. I'm not going to earn a dime from you going to listen to this book. So it's all it's going to do is benefit you. It's frigging awesome. It's in my top three favorite books, favorite personal development books. And it's not what you think it is. So you think of the subtle art of not giving an F, like it's like a book about I don't care, whatever. It's not really like that at all. It's actually the complete opposite. It's about choosing what to give an F about, right? It's about choosing to, what to focus your time and really give an F about, the things that you should be caring about versus the things that like we think affect us, but they really don't. So ultimately, like if I'm going to go after problems in my life, like too many comments on a post, too many like so many comments that I can't keep up with, that's a great problem to have. Those are the problems I want in my life. I want my videos to take off so big, so fast that I cannot even keep up with them. I want to have my channel growing so fast. I want to have so much going on that I cannot even keep up with it. I got to go hire a virtual assistant because my gosh, I can't even keep up with this. Those are the problems that I'm going after versus the other problems like, oh, my videos aren't getting any views. And then you focus on that and then that's what you get versus focusing on the right kind of problems. Um, so it's funny when you're having those, and some of us have had those problems. Like Mark is a great example. Mark had a video that had almost 1 million views, and he got so many comments he couldn't keep up, so he had to go live. He had to go live, and he had to answer everybody's comments. What a great problem to have. I mean, think about that. What a great problem to have. Okay. So think about these things, guys. Of course, again, personal development, great thing for you guys to be doing. Maybe a great book to read or listen to this weekend as we're talking about all this awesome stuff here today. Okay. Um, oh, Shannon just dropped two bombs in one, and I don't even know if she realized this. Here's a cool thing. Thinking about hiring my 12-year-old to do some commenting on the back end, right? Commenting back. Number one, that's an awesome idea. Number two, that's going to free up your time. Number three, that's going to pull family members involved and get them in it and get them like getting a piece of the pie and get them a vested interest, which is going to be awesome. Number four, big, fat, huge clue. You can, with a home based business, you can hire your children and have that be a tax benefit for you, like massive tax benefit for you. Did you know that? These are all the things that like we get as home-based business owners. You can hire your kids, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. And
They actually teach that.
if you do, you'll get a massive tax benefit for that. Throwing that out there. And
Yeah, there's
before
an old,
anyone goes,
sorry.
well, how do we do that, Dan? Ask ChatGPT. But yeah, guys, you guys have so many advantages being here that the average person does not get. So please take advantage of this stuff. All right, that's it. I'm calling it. I got freaking work to do, man. You guys are all like, let's hang out. I'm like,
Well, no one's hanging.
I got I
We're
got stuff to
learning.
do.
We're
Jeez.
learning. We're not hanging. We're learning. TikTok. Gonna be a TikTok star.
Well, we're hanging out, but we're learning. And we're
Real
learning.
quick, I used to have my daughters when they were like really young, uh, like teenagers,
Hmm.
and literally like back in the day, it's not the same anymore. The Facebook groups used to be the reals. Facebook groups, make money groups used to make so many sales. They're not the same, so don't really waste your time anymore of that. But so I used to have copy paste ads, and my daughter would sit there for an hour and go into every one of the groups and copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. And I paid her, and then I tracked it. If anyone actually became a sale, I gave her more. You know what I mean? So they were learning that. But here's the punchline. My daughters went into you know, the health field. They both just graduated grad school, and
Hmm.
they they hated what I did.
Yeah.
They hated seeing me on the phone. It was crazy. We had rules when dad was on the phone. It meant shh. Even when they were 3 years old in the
Yep.
minivan, literally like it was like dad's on the phone, dad's on the phone because it was different back then. We were
Yep.
always on the phone, you
You
know?
know, it'd be it'd be super cool. And obviously, guys, um, feel free to parent however you guys want here. But I'm just thinking out loud. What would be like super cool is like if you guys are gonna have like your kids be involved here, and maybe your kids work with you because I mean, think about it. Some of us are a little more old school than others. So to involve your kids into something that has to do with technology and social media, this might be something that might be up their alley. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But how cool would it be to incentivize your children and however old your kid is, like give them a simple copy and paste thing that they can go do.
You know,
And in Shannon's case, if your kid is replying to comments because yeah, too many comments you can't even keep up with, and you're like, here, use this copy and paste comment. You give them direction. You say, here, go do this. But then you incentivize them. And you say, hey, if someone that you commented to turns into a sale, I'm going to give you something extra. I'm going to take you out to dinner this week to your favorite restaurant, or I'm going to get you this, or I'm going to get you that, or I'm going to give you an extra monetary bonus, or whatever it is. Incentivize them to like
mhm,
want to reply back to people or engage in conversation with people. So, they're not scared of conversation, not scared of engagement. And, it could work out multiple different ways, but like maybe incentivize them that, hey, if they help you close a sale, you're going to do something really cool for them. Like that would be super
exactly.
cool.
Hey,
That'd be super
one
cool.
more quick thing, because like I said, I'm still playing with the TikTok, Dan. You know, I follow your lead, Dan. You're doing like you don't really follow a lot of people. So I cleaned up my account in TikTok. But here's the punchline. I want to follow some people like I did Gary Vee, a couple of my colleagues, but I think I got two people that I follow. You wouldn't even believe it. So I knocked it down to like six people, I think. And two of the people are complete strangers, and
Hmm.
they got my attention because they're under 18 and they made $100,000. They did TikTok videos how they're making so much money. And I said, these kids, they impressed me. And I followed these kids because they have 1 million followers.
Yep.
1 million followers. They're making bank and they're still in high school. That is impressive. That's who I want to learn. You follow, Dan? You talk about old tricks and new tricks. How about new tricks, right?
Yeah.
So,
But there you go, guys. A lot of good, valuable stuff. And that's it. Go to the weekend contest. You guys got the slides. The slides are in the vault, by the way. I shared that with you guys. So get in the vault, grab those slides, put the video out, and make it an awesome weekend, guys. And we will see you on Monday. That is it, my friends. Catch you then.